Question says, what is the specific ruling for straightening the rows in the Salah? What should we use as a guideline? First and foremost is, keeping things brief, the rows have to be straightened. It's mandatory, it's obligatory. Point number one. Point number two, Bidnillahi ta'ala, several things that you use: shoulders, heels, chest, and faces. All of these things are to be used for the straightening of the rows. The heels, the shoulders, the chest, and the faces, and not necessarily the toes. Clear on that? That's in brief. As far as if there are lines in the carpet, boxes or squares, and the people know to use and start off with their heels, there's nothing wrong with that as well, and not by their toes. Wallahu alam. That's what should be done. Last but not least is the Imam himself. It's the sunnah for him to straighten the rows, or at least the first couple of rows, or at least the first row. The Imam turns around, or even if he continues to face the Qibla, but let's say best to turn around, it says, Istawu, Tarasu, I'tadilu, Sawu Sufufakum, فَإِنَّ التَّصْفِيَةَ الصُّفُوفِ مِنْ إِقَامَةِ الصَّلَاةِ, so on and so on and so forth. The different narrations of the Prophet ﷺ, telling the people to do what? Straighten the rows. And then he walks, and this is the first row here. He comes here, and he goes, and he stands, and he looks. Everybody got this? In front of them as well. And then there are 5 other rows. He can delegate someone at the head of each of those rows. Another row. He goes and he says, Lutfi, straighten your row. Straighten your row, waist. Straighten your row, Rio. Everybody understand this? And then he confirms with them, are the rows straight? Obviously, he's talking to somebody that has some type of knowledge. Someone that should have some type of training under him, tutelage. He understands the fiqh as well. He's not too extreme or too harsh. Everybody can't be exact. Everybody can't keep their feet. It's difficult, but he has basic fiqh. And they say, Naam, Sheikh, the rows are straight. The third row here, Tayyib, it's 3 rows. He checks, he looks, then he does what? You gotta illustrate it like it's reality. You can't just move too fast. Tayyib, he goes what? He comes back up and then he says, Allahu Akbar. That's how it should be done. Not like how the people don't care. They don't, or they just, or some people say, stow. What does stow mean? What does that word mean? Do the people even know what it means? Am I making this up a ways? They don't know what stow means. This is a problem. So he should teach them istawu, tarasu, hadu bayn al-manakib, wal aqdam. Everybody understand this? Tell the people the word in Arabic and then teach them what it says. And there should also be classes on straightening the rows. That's a long discussion, the abandoned, forgotten sunnah of straightening the rows. Rather, I would say, keep things in brief, this is one of the issues in which fiqh has conquered hadith. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. And the kalam of the fuqaha has taken over the actual hadith. And the very first thing that people say, fuqaha, jumhur, the ulama, no one says wajib. What about the Prophet's statement? Straighten your rows. I see you from behind my back, he told them. Straighten your rows. If you don't, Allah will separate your hearts. Allah will separate you. Wallahu alam.